So something that I was talking about a lot when I was on the road just these last few weeks, promoting the music from the new record, Here and Now, was something about practicing jazz and trying to approach practicing jazz like you would approach practicing classical music or an etude. And what I mean by that is breaking it down into its component parts like we would an etude. You might practice measure by measure by measure. You might practice just a lick for a little while. You might practice scales and the key just to get familiar and all of this kind of stuff, just to make us more familiar, make a more musical statement. And so we can do the same thing when we're practicing improvising. So especially I find this useful on difficult tunes with unfamiliar chord changes, where it's not just a large key center for a long time, but it kind of is moving constantly through key centers. So something that I'm working on right now is one of my tunes, a hard part of it. The tune is called Race to the Bottom. It's on the new record. And there's a part of it that has a little bit of a challenging chord progression where we play D major, B major, A flat major, E major to C7 sharp 11. I'll show you right here what that music looks like. I'll let you hear it. So when I'm practicing improvising over a section like this, I'm gonna practice breaking stuff down. At first, I'll just kind of practice the root motion. And just kind of thinking about it, it's thirds that are getting bigger as we go down, right? So it's a minor third, and then another minor third, and then two major thirds after that. So it's minor, minor, major, major. It's just the sound of this tune. So after I get that kind of ingrained in my head, then I'm going to move on and try to play maybe some arpeggios. Just going slowly through those. And then when I'm thinking about connecting these chords together, I might maybe try to pick a little pattern that I can play on each chord, maybe like leading us to C7 sharp 11. So we all kind of know that instinctively to kind of take a little pattern through the keys. But and then when I want to try to push myself and find other shapes that'll work across these, so maybe so as I'm breaking it down, I'm hearing the changes more, and I'm finding other ways to connect them together. And so I'll just spend a while kind of creating a loop in GarageBand that's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, B, 2, 3, 4, A flat, and then E major, and then we get to C. So if I'm practicing something like that, I'm just going to focus on, after going one chord at a time and getting familiar with those sounds on their own, how am I going to connect them together? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Again, it sounds like. So that might give you an idea. I'm going to practice it super slow and just kind of find some familiar things and then push myself into a category where I'm thinking about unfamiliar things. So I encourage you to break stuff down like I'm talking about. Practice it really, really slow, because if you know what the tempo is of this tune, the melody sounds 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So no matter how fast it is, I'm going to break it down into these component parts. So whatever tunes you guys are working on and breaking down, I'd love to hear about it. Let me know what you're working on, and I look forward to hearing what you guys come up with.